so we can invest in the future. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure that bell notification stays lit like that. You guys will not miss out for any future updates, man. The markets are coming back, man. That feels kind of good. That feels kind of great. Welcome in, everybody. We got a 5K giveaway we're going to talk about as well, which is crazy bullish, and it's just creeping up. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And I think we lit the fuse with XPX. We'll get into that stuff, but man, seeing the markets come back to life is really nice. The other day was kind of like, oh my God, right? But we are back, man. Make sure you guys pull up, smash the like button. We're going to be talking about the 5K giveaway, of course. That's going to be super bullish for all of you guys. But right now, we got the markets coming back to life, man, which is really, really nice. And you know what? I got to give you guys a lot of credit. A lot of people did not survive that, okay? I think a lot of people are, well, shout out to Nigeria. I think a lot of people are missing out on understanding that you survived the biggest shakeout in history. So give yourself a pat on the back for surviving one of the most serious shakeouts in history, okay? A lot of people did not make it after this shakeout. So if you made it through this, you are here in crypto to stay. You actually have what it takes to really handle any of the things that go on in this market, okay? Because that was harder than the FTX. That was harder than what happened with Luna stuff. This was the crash of crashes, and we're still here. I see AD pulling up. Welcome in, AD. And AD, you know what? It did rain that day that you came in early. I just want to let you know, I'm going to send you some pictures later on in the XPXTG. It rained like crazy. So I don't know if you're going to be able to bring the rain back because it was raining for like 2 days. But nonetheless, we are here pulling up. The overall crypto market cap is at $3.84 trillion. And it is starting to pick up, man. It is starting to pick up. I know that was catastrophic shakeout. I actually want to get this page ready right here for you guys because we got some cool things going on. But that was crazy shakeout. And I'm not going to lie, fam. I felt a little bit of that shakeout as well because I was trading in that shakeout. And I got some indicators that help you. And shout out to Blunt, where you can come back and live to trade another day, right? So we're going to be talking about that as well. I'm letting the room fill up. We're live streaming on X. We're live streaming on YouTube. Let's get the numbers up because we got a massive giveaway. This is not no playing around giveaway. This is some real life 5K giveaway, and XPX is making that move. The community is absolutely making that move happen. The minute we hit that threshold, they're going to all-time high. Oh, they're gonna break all-time high, and we're actually fulfilling exactly what we have planned to do, and we're incentivizing people along the way. We got Degen in the house, Psychedelic Angel. Oh my God, thank you so much, Psychedelic Angel. I'm not sure if you checked your DMs lately, but I had sent you a DM yesterday, I believe. Cards should be shipped out Monday. I'm so excited for that. So that batch of those who got their cards, that batch goes out, which is nice. A lot of stuff. Trust y'all good. Yes. We made it through the hardest shakeout, Degen. George, this was the toughest shakeout in the space. If you survive this, if you got a project that helped you survive the craziest shakeout, you got yourself a gem. A lot of projects didn't handle that shakeout very well. There's some projects that handled it very, very well. And I got to give credit to that purple and green, suits and ties, that amazing community, how we've been doing it. So, you know what? This is what we're here for, right? And this is why we invest in solid projects so that when the market snaps back, we don't got a sad story to tell, right? We're in this thing. Sharon up in here. What a day for BNB and XPX. I mean, BNB recovered ASAP, right? Shout out to Sharon. Much love and respect. We got some amazing. And yesterday was we're celebrating the women of Web3 yesterday. Well, I gave both of you guys a shout out. I think you guys were just having a good time, which I don't blame you guys. But yeah, did a cool space with the Star Dogs. There was Jin Token in there. Oh my God, Jin Token she's such a beautiful person. And even seeing her PFP, I don't want to, get anybody mad, but she's such a beautiful person as well, right? It's just like, oh my God. So yeah, celebrating the women of crypto yesterday was absolutely amazing. I did that with Jin Token and the Star Dogs in an amazing space, really learning all about what they got going on. And I'm looking forward to having the Star Dogs and possibly Jin Token up here to talk about what she has going on. Cause we saw Sharon in there. Sharon was actually in that space. Yeah, I remember seeing you up in there now. But that's absolutely amazing. So I want to support her. I've been around Jin Token for years. And you know what? When somebody is that consistent with with just being that good of a person, you don't let people like that go. Like, you could wake up and you go to sleep and wake up and you can count on Jin Token just being that beautiful soul that she is, spreading positivity and things like that. And, it's not only supporting the projects and supporting a crypto chart in this space or supporting a meme coin utility play NFT project, RWA. It's about supporting the individuals that keep this space and keep people safe from what just happened yesterday. Because, I was in some chats, man. Some people are gone. Some people have deleted accounts. Some people have deleted their Telegram. If you think that some people did not just walk away from crypto after the shakeout, you got another thing coming. You really owe yourself a lot of credit, the men and women in crypto right now, because over 20 billion, and some people will not bounce back from that. They are absolutely out of crypto. And so if you survived this, shout out to you guys. We're going to talk about these technical analysis. I see the room filling up. We got a 5K giveaway. It's really serious. We actually got another 5K giveaway coming up right after that one. And then we're going to have upwards of a $10,000 giveaway. We're not playing around with the giveaways right now. I know the market shakeout might make people think that, it's over and it's that. No, we're not willing to give away this much money. If the markets were over, people would be holding on to this, but that's not the case. That was a bit of an anomaly that happened, a little bit of insider trading that a lot of people are kind of tiptoeing around to talk about. But hey, we say in the space is not what you know, it's who you know. I guess they knew the right people. We just don't know them, right? We can't be too mad. No, AD. Behave, AD. When it comes to Jin Token, behave. 10K giveaway, that's huge. Well, George. There's a "that's what she said" joke right there. I'm sure either I say or AD is gonna put it in the chat. So let's get it out the way, right? Well, it's good to see that everybody's in a great mood starting this Sunday morning here in Las Vegas. Shout out to all of you guys supporting this amazing channel that is only amazing because of you guys. This thing right here. If I show you the revenue on YouTube, there's no revenue here. This is a vibe right here. This is more than $1 amount coming out of this YouTube stuff right here. This is not what that is about, right? This is us really making a community within this Web3 space that can withstand these shakeouts and keep ourselves grounded, right? And that's exactly what we did. So now that I see the stream filling up pretty good, we're live everywhere. Share this in the TGs, share this everywhere. Max engaged as much as we can, fam. We need max engagement. Let's go to BTC because we're actually going to talk. Saphir, my brother, I love you so much, Saphir. Oh my God. I stay up late nights thinking about Saphir. I know I slide in his DM all the times. If you were in the XPXTG space yesterday, you will get why I say that. Oh, get it. Okay. All right. Got it. All right. Hey. My bad. My bad. Oh, I love this community. Honestly, fam, let's talk about BTC now because I got to be honest with you. We saw this coming. I didn't know it was going to happen like that. I would be lying to you if I said I knew it was going to happen like that. I thought it would take a little bit more time. But hey, somehow they did it in one day. Okay. That's not what I expected. But let's go to BTC. And talk about what actually transpired, like the actual chart, right? Because we did get a signal. We did get some warnings, right? So it wasn't it wasn't like we didn't get that. And what's crazy is that we actually talked about filling this gap. We've been talking to go back and watch the live streams. Now, I didn't say I want to get that clear. I didn't look into a crystal ball and say they're going to wipe out over 20 billion, right? I know that's not what I'm saying whatsoever. But we did talk about these areas, which is crazy. Even when it sounded kind of not reasonable, here we are. These moving averages are pretty powerful. And, now we got that sell signal finally. We had that crazy wick low, and it wicked exactly to that 200 moving average. And it exactly filled this gap right there, which is wild. And then when we go to the 4-hour chart, this is where we see what we were talking about, that and this is dynamic. It kind of changed a little bit, obviously, from all the volume that happened. So this is not the same volume profile that we had because now we're on the 4-hour chart. This is not the same volume profile that we had when we were doing the other day stream, right? So this is dynamic and it has changed. But what the thing we were talking about, look right here, this was at 122. At 122, this blunt house indicator said, "Hey, there's blood in the water. Get the heck out." So if anybody caught this, and you know what we were talking about on the stream that day was that it was really close to breaking the 50 moving average, and if it broke that, that it would fill a gap and most likely come to the 200. And then the scary part was that if it broke the 200, it would go lower. Now, it did just that. It did exactly just that in that lower value range, 110,000, right? That's not a number everybody wanted to talk about. It actually went down to like 107, depending where you looked at it. But nonetheless, this thing right here, it really did show that this could happen, right? Now, what's crazy is now after that big shakeout, you never know which signal is going to be that big move. There's nothing telling you, right? Because I was trading Aster, and man, I wish I would have shorted that. I mean, how many people would have wished they would have just shorted that trade? That would have been amazing. We'll talk about Aster in just a bit. But right now, we'll talk about BTC and what's going on. This is looking good. A lot of times when we first tap this first moving average, a lot of time it fails. So I still think that there's some work that has to be done, right? We got this 200 moving average like this, trailing down, right? And then eventually it can curl up somewhere along the lines. But a lot of times there's one tap, there's one more, and then it'll start to, kind of trade up and crash into it, kind of get above it. And then we'll see if this moving average comes up as well. But, what's crazy is that we were talking about these prices. I just didn't know it was going to happen overnight. Like, I don't want to tell anybody, but if you go back and check the receipts, some of the last live streams that I did before that wipeout was about potential downside. And that's what I talk about. Like, it's all fun and games when we're pumping up and we're on that side of the chart. We're on the north side of the moving averages, but there's a point where you have to start to say, where is the risk at, right? And if you go back to those streams, I was not this much, but the BTC prices that we talked about were the exact numbers that we actually hit. Now, I thought it was going to transpire over maybe a week because, obviously hitting an all-time high of, right here says 125, but we really went up to 126. It's pretty amazing. We actually broke over 125, hit 126. What's wild is that we did actually hit those prices that we talked about by breaking these moving averages and kind of going into some of these gaps. So right now we start to look for the upside potential. Now our stream is different, right? The difference in the stream was, we were running hot. It was spicy. It was really hot up here. So that's why, it's like, at what point does this thing turn around? And this sell signal right here, even this one prior with the parabolic SAR letting us know super early at 125 was saying, hey, baby's running hot, right? But right here, this next sell signal and this break underneath the 50 moving average, even right here was 121. You could have said, you know what? I'm out of this 50 moving average. It broke and we got sell signals. Let me get out. You would have been ahead of everybody and you would have been able to short that. Now, I didn't get to catch that, and that's fine. I know a lot of people didn't. We don't all have, Martha Stewart's phone number to be able to know, or Nancy Pelosi's phone number to know exactly what's going to go on. But right now we're starting to look at what could potentially happen for the upside. And, right now we're still technically, in a downtrend. We're still waiting on some buy signals and there's some work to do, but Bitcoin's looking to recover. If it can get back above this 200 moving average, we'll fill this gap and we'll be right back at 120 Bitcoin in a few days. A lot of people got wiped out. I don't even know how it would feel to see the prices right back at where they're at, and you cheated on yourself and you cheated on the market, and next thing you know, 4 days later, lack of patience and acting only off of emotions, a week later maybe, we're right back at regular prices. That stuff stings, man. That stuff hurts. It stings pretty bad. So we're going to be talking about some things. We're going to go into BNB next. BTC right now, as far as we can break above this 200 moving average, it can get pretty bullish, but we got to be careful. If this is the first mouse getting the squeeze and the second mouse is going to get some more cheese, and then we turn right back around. But the fact that, what's up, Striker Force? The fact, we got TK's and Wally's space in a couple days, actually in one day, tomorrow, right? So you guys, I'm going to be shilling that as well. So make sure you guys get the Striker Force community here. Get any community that you guys got on that, that space that you guys are going to have to pull up. It'd be really nice to get everybody to make a lot of noise because, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a pretty loud stream today, considering, we took a day off and my DMs were no, you're good. You're good, man. You're good. That profile works as well, Wally. That profile works as well. You can get the Striker Force people up in here as well, bro. So this is what I want to tell you guys. Like, we're going to recover. These prices are going to recover, and right now, it's not always about how the chart goes up and that's all fun. It's also about those solid communities that withstood that. So, maybe give your community a big shout out. Maybe tell, if you're a developer, you're a CTO leader, I'm not talking to the community, I'm talking to the devs out there. Tell your community, man, hey, thank you for sticking with me. And, some communities not only just stuck around, but they actually pushed. I know one of them. So we're going to be very happy as this market continues to turn around right now. I love to see the stream fill up. Like I said, get your communities in here. Very easy to get a lot of exposure. There's a 5K giveaway going on, so I'm sure the stream is going to fill up pretty nice, fam. And we got more giveaways right around the corner. We're not messing around. The market's not over. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. GM to my crypto fam. So let's see if we can get back above this 200 moving average. If that's good, fine. That's fine. But if we don't, then we got a little case of that first mouse getting the squeeze, second mouse gets the cheese, and then potentially breaking up and going to the top that way right there. I am Rico. We are all Rico. You don't even know how powerful that is, man. Bro, I love that, bro. You don't even know, man. I want us all to just be that rich, bro. That's what it's all about, bro. You really got it, bro. Here we go. Let's go to BNB next. We're going to take off. Let's zoom in. We're just going to zoom in really quick. This was wild. I mean, this is wild. Shout out to Blunt. Must have just, Sonia, welcome in. So many great people pulling up. I know this is going to be one of those streams. I can feel it. I can feel it. 5K giveaway. We're already filling it up. The XPX channels up here. Like, this is growing. So yeah, we got ourselves a stream. Let's go to BNB next. And here we go. BNB came right back to life. What's crazy about this wick that we had, this thing wicked all the way down here and still did not want to print a red signal. Still didn't. XPX is on fire. We are lock stock. Glad to see you in here, brother. Really glad to see you in here, and I appreciate your support. You've been here since the beginning with us, and it's actually really exciting to see a lot of the community members of XPX see this rally going on, especially a lot of those that have been here with us since the very beginning. We're working on something special for all of us, and where all that hard work is fulfilled, and we're headed towards all-time high, fam. I need you guys to understand that XPX is on the move, and so is BNB. BNB wicked all the way down here. And what's wild is we talked about some of these gaps. I did not know they were going to get filled like this. I don't think, unless you knew Martha Stewart or something like that, then you would know. But BNB didn't even print a sell signal. We got the parabolic SAR up here, but the blunt house indicator did not even print a sell signal on this thing, and BNB is right back at hitting today's all-time high, 1,312, which is really nice for projects like XPX because we got so much in asset backing, and now we're right back to where almost everything was at, and because nobody was cheating on XPX, we don't have to feel like we're getting left behind by the market. It's really cool what we pulled off this time, XPX. We really hit the nail on the head with this this momentum that we got right here. So BNB looking really good. We do got the parabolic SAR with the sell signals on the top. How low can it go? Let's go to the 4-hour chart. It's going to give us an idea of what's actually happening. So here we go. The sell signals on that 4-hour chart coming all the way down and actually filling these gaps that we talked about. What's wild is Rico got the inside info. We all do. We got some because some of this stuff helps you survive the market. A lot of people are not here no more. A lot of people are gone. So right here, here goes these gaps coming. It got fulfilled way faster than what we expected, but 4-hour chart showing you how strong BNB is going, and it's looking like everything's bouncing off the 200 moving average and everything's going right back up. I think that was I think it wicked lower than what they had expected it to do, and we saw a lot of exchanges, and I actually got to learn a lot because all of the exchanges that were down, you all know what liquidity they use now. If you ever had a question of a doubt what liquidity pool they were using, they literally showed their hand. There was a lot of information in between the lines. This is you got to divide this stuff, fam. You got to you got to be the line between the two dots. There's two dots, but I want the line, right? And you know what? They revealed a lot. There was a lot of information revealed on that day, and a lot of exchanges were not letting people either make deposits, we're not letting people make withdrawals. It was kind of spooky. So all of that stuff, what it did was create even more panic. Okay, it compounded on the panic, and we're talking about Binance, fam. We're gonna say the name right here. Okay, everybody's using this liquidity pool from the Binance exchange. This is why BNB is so important for you guys to have, because all of those exchanges that acted a little bit funny, the reason they did is because it all trickled down from the top, and the top is Binance. Okay, now I'm always been bullish on Binance and will continue to be bullish on, the success of CZ. I know a lot of people don't like it, and they got their own reasons, but seen her since, from 2017 going into 2018, and then seeing all of this stuff, it's like he's a winner, man. He's a winner. And obviously there's some stuff that we don't like because, but it just goes to show you how powerful Binance actually is, because every single exchange that had any kind of issue, any kind of weirdness, their liquidity pool is a Binance liquidity pool. So pretty interesting right there. Do with you with that information what you please. I think you should be more bullish on BNB because that shows that all of these exchanges are basically associated with BNB in one way or another, because that's the Binance exchange. And yeah, so I'm sure they got BNB on their balance sheets as well. I'm sure they would put that into some kind of the deals as well. But I saw a lot of things happening, and BNB right now is recovering. Why is it recovering? Because I think a lot of things depend on it. That's why I think it's recovering. When you think about all those exchanges that acted funny, some of my favorite ones, some of your favorite ones, it was like, what? You got logged out. Your Face ID was no longer working. You had to get right back in there, and BNB snapping right back. Why? Because there's a lot on the line when it comes to BNB. So BNB right back, pumping right hard. Why? To make people know, bigger than us, the people bigger than us. You don't think that these exchanges had a panic attack that what this happened? Something weird just happened. So they want to make sure that all those clients, those exchange clients, that that they don't feel too scared about BNB or being, using that liquidity. They're going to have to reassure people that, that's not something that can happen, because I'm sure their emails are filled with questions and they got to wait for what Binance says to them. So BNB right now definitely snapping right back to life, bouncing off the 200 moving average just like everything else. BNB, believe it or not, almost already went right back to all-time high. All-time high is 1,362. Well, today it hit 1,300 and something. So anybody who got wiped out on BNB and then BNB's right back, sick with it. And that's why we got to do these streams. That's why you guys got to share this, and we got to max engage, because we're getting to survive this. I think Asia is focusing on the BNB chain now that CZ is active again. So some of those returns, yeah, I think BNB is huge. I mean, not just people wise. I'm talking about institutional wise. I'm talking about company wise. Like, those exchanges showed me their hand, and once Rico sees that hand, you can never. I will never forget that. And all that stuff that happened during that day, there was a lot of in between the stuff that, yeah, there's the stuff that's not being said is the stuff that's the most important to me. I can listen to all the stuff that's said, all the obvious stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that's not being said that if you look, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. This BNB thing's actually bigger than what people realize it is, because you're telling me all of those exchanges use the BNB pool, use the Binance liquidity pool. That's huge. That means Binance has a really large grip on this market, bigger than what people even talk about. And BNB will continue to rise, and we see the value of it as it goes to 1,294. Where can it pull back to again? It can come right back into these prices. The markets are a little bit shaky. Yeah, we're snapping back, but we have to admit that a lot of people are probably playing it safe right now, right? A lot of people are most likely playing it on the safer side. A lot of people are most likely playing it on the safer side. So the momentum's not fully back, but right now BNB is looking fantastic. BNB is looking really good. If you're not bullish on BNB, as we're watching right now, is right back at $1,300. I really don't know what to tell you. If you don't see that all of these exchanges, your favorite exchange, I don't care if it's a blue one, a yellow one, a red one, whatever exchange you like, they all use this system. And so that's what's going on right there. So BNB I'm very bullish on, because basically the whole market will support BNB and the Binance exchange and that liquidity pool, because their companies rely on it. All of these exchanges actually just showed me that they rely on the Binance exchange. So the protection of BNB looking fantastic, CZ will always look out for, because you wouldn't want that to go away, because he has an amazing grip on all these exchanges. So although is looking like this exchange and that exchange is really using the same liquidity pool. And that's why so many of these platforms look like the Binance exchange platform. Maybe they're just a different color, right? So very, very cool right here. We got $1,300 BNB right in front of your guys' face. We could definitely pull back to this section right here, 1,168. If we trade it into this gap again, this downside potential, it's down to 1K again, right? That is something that can actually happen coming down to that, lower value range. But right now, I'm excited to see the markets like this. It was nice to just take yesterday off, just kind of have fun with the community, get some things going, get some more projects ready to list, do some spaces and stuff. And then just, to wake up today and see everything pumping again, it's like, yes, that's why you don't fade the market. That's why you invest in solid projects and you only put in what you're willing to lose, so you don't get shooken out the market. Some people are gone. Some people are gone. Here goes another one, snapping right back to reality, everybody. On the daily chart, we had a blunt house indicator giving us quite a bit of a warning with some sell signals right here. Obviously, a lot of us probably didn't take that. And ETH did fill this gap. These are gaps that I actually talked about. I want to be transparent. I go check the receipts anyways. But I didn't say that I thought it was going to happen overnight. But I did. The last couple streams before this shakeout was about downside potential. That's what we talked about, right? We're talking about downside risk. Why? Not because of a crystal ball, because the markets were hot. You got BTC all-time high, BNB all-time high, this and that, and the third all-time high. It's like, don't you got to breathe out to breathe in? Don't you got to breathe out to breathe in? So everything just took a really deep breath out. Now it's taking a deep breath back in, and the buyers are coming back in, and ETH is bouncing off this 200 moving average, but it did fill this gap that we've been talking about. I mean, we're like, hey, check it out. It's right on the point of control. This gap is right here. Did I think it was going to happen right on the same day? I talked about the 200. I said, look how the 200 moving average is getting real close to where this shelf is at, right? Like, we noted this, 100% noted. This is why I like when Blunt says that people say, oh, I didn't know it was going to happen. Yeah, you didn't know, but there was some hints. There were some clues. There were some signals. And that volume profile, if you're looking at ETH right now, that's why it's important to get this message out, because I need you guys to understand, like, the reason this channel needs to be bullish for this whole space is this is how you get your community members not to paper hand. This is how you get your community members to know how to buy more ETH so they can buy their Ethereum project with more Ethereum, right? This channel is very important for people to be able to capitalize on these things so they can stay bullish on your favorite project, not just XPX, not just Ethereum in itself, but maybe they need to buy more Ethereum so they can buy your favorite project. All right, so here we go right now. ETH exactly filling that gap, and I literally remember, and if you don't, go check the receipts, drawing this 200 moving average line right to the shelf, right? Because this gap was right here. And granted, it did it overnight. I didn't see that coming. I thought it would gradually come down here and do its thing. But these sell signals do work, and they do give you a hey, maybe, things are getting kind of, whoa, we're running on the hot side, right? And here we are. We exactly filled that gap. And I want to continue to be transparent with you guys. Yes, I'm bullish on the market. Yes, I want you guys all to win. But I think keeping you guys safe and not just talking about pumping stuff is how I can also do that, right? And a lot of times people don't want to talk about the downside potential because, it's not what it's supposed to be talked about. But this can save you to live to trade another day. This can save you to be, how many people are deleting their accounts right now because they don't want to see crypto? They don't even want to hear change, okay? And I want to talk about the other downside risk. If this is not over, see this gap and this 200 moving average? Let's say we're trading like this and we break underneath this 200 moving average, we will most likely trade into this gap, and this is right here at $2,500 Ethereum. I know we don't want to see that, right? But I got to keep you guys clear. We need some buy signals on this. And I remember talking about this. I was like, if we bounce off the 200 moving average and we get a buy signal, we'll trade right back into this gap and go right back into, the point of control, pulls it up like a magnet. So the positive thing is that the point of control is right here, which acts like a magnet. And if we can print some buy signals, and trade sideways above the 200 moving average, we can trade back into this gap and they move fast through that gap. This was that nice little symbol that we were showing. It looks pretty funny that we almost drew something that we weren't supposed to draw. Remember that? So here we are right here with Ethereum, and we got some downside risk. Of course, that's okay. We also have the potential of this thing bouncing off the 200 moving average, printing a buy signal. So downside risk right here, 2,500. If it holds onto this shelf, this 200 moving average, we'll turn it right back around to the point of control, which is really close to about 4,500. If it can break the point of control, all these previous tops where the buyers and sellers are, shaking hands and debating right all up in this section. You see all this action right here, all this, what's going on? All these buyers and sellers. If and when we get a buy signal and trade into this gap and break the point of control and break these tops, we'll definitely trade to the upper value range, and that price is getting close to 5K. That's going to hurt a lot of people that just got shooken out, and then a week later, we got ETH at 5K. It's like, you got to protect yourself in this market. So that little psychological stuff, I don't know how you guys are with it, but that's why I keep my kumbaya on 100%, because no, Rico, no way you put the support. Wait a minute, AD. Fam, is there a support line exactly? No, it can't be. How are we doing this? I don't have Miss Cleo's crystal ball. What are we doing? We're looking at previous price, fam. We're zooming out, and we're looking at previous price. And long and behold, like I said, I did not know it was going to happen overnight. Coincidentally enough, I just say, hey, we got a sell signal right on the 50 moving average. And if we break through this, there's some gaps. And it looks like it wants to hold on to the 200 moving average at 186. Mark my words, you guys. Let me know if you remember me in the chat saying, I know we look at 186, but I want you guys to zoom out with me. And then we turned off all the indicators. I'm going to go right back through it just so we can be on the same page. If you guys are new to the channel or are new to pulling up, this is exactly what we did. Just so you know what we did that day. And, how we pulled that off to figure this out. We just zoomed out. And started looking at historical data, because time and price likes to shake hands a lot. And I said, hey, do you guys remember when Solana was doing this 177 a lot? Yeah, there you go, Delatoshi. What? Delatoshi remembers. And I was like, remember we just kept shaking hands on this 177? I was like, I know that it looks like it wants to go to 186, but I would have even put like 177 because it was so significant. Like every time Solana, if we broke above it, it was bullish. If we broke underneath it, it was bearish. And then when we couldn't break against it, it was like, okay, we're coming back down. We're trying to fight against it again. Fake little wicks, but nothing too crazy. And then boom, right here. Every time we had like a good breakout around this 177, we had some positive price action. And when we broke to the downside on 177, we had some negative price action. And again, hitting the 177, coming back down, breaking the 177, looking bullish, coming back down underneath the 177, not looking so good. I remember, that's so cute. I like that. I remember, oh my God. And then here we go. We broke the 177, and of course we have another run. So I didn't make this number up. The buyers and sellers chose this number 177, and now we're over here, and we didn't call it to the dollar, to the exact, and look how low it actually went. It went down to 173, but okay, 177 to 173. Oops, my bad. We're a few off. We were $4 off on what we were saying, right? So, but here we are. So this is. He said, you remember? I remember too. But here we are right now. Am I shocked that we're bouncing off the 177? No. Was I surprised that all of that transpired in one day? Absolutely. I was shocked that it happened in one day. But when we're starting to this is why we have to keep doing this stuff, so we can stay this sharp in the game. This is how we don't have to delete our crypto accounts. You don't have to stop talking about crypto. You can stay locked in, because together we keep refining this thing. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. But together, this steel keeps sharpening and we hold ourselves accountable. It's how we call things like that. How in the world do we have that right there? I'm not doing nothing special. I'm pulling up to those blunt house technical analysis. I'm talking to this man. I'm, absorbing as much of that wisdom as I can. I pray over this man. I want to, I've been putting angels over this guy, because he's just a source of information and such a great heart that, this is how all of you guys can use this information and make sure that you can monetize these movements even to the downside. Okay, so let's go into Solana right now. Let's add some indicators, and then we'll talk about what's actually going on. We still got some downside risk. Let's keep it a buck on the channel. Okay, let's be honest with ourselves, because like that, we're accountable, right? We're accountable. And what that does, it lets us gather information so we can just better ourselves. That's the thing with being accountable. It's yeah, you got to go through that, like, human feeling of like, oh my God, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's the only way for you to really better yourself. It's the only way. So right here, 177, bouncing off the 200 moving average. The downside risk, we're going to keep it a buck. This gap can get filled, and we can see Solana come down to this 147. The fact that we bounced off that 177, though, and we got this long wick right here, and the buyer's raising the roof. You see that long wick and the body of the candle way to the top. And it's like they're raising the roof. I like that, right? That's nice, because prior times that we've done that, I don't like it just to like it. I like it because when I look back, I'm like, okay, I like that. So this is the upside potential, and we're going to be optimistic. I want a little bit of optimism in the market, as this bounce can be valid, because we've seen it be valid, and this is a important price to Solana, where this could be the entry of a lifetime, to see that when the markets just did the last shakeout, wiped out over 20 billion, and now they don't have to worry about none of those people making any gains as they pumped the market up, and we were the surviving few that was like, you didn't shake us out. Oh no. You guys are ready to pump the market? Well, we're still here. Delatoshi still got a ticket. Sharon still got a ticket. Sonia still got a ticket. Rico Moneybags, I bought a few tickets. We're not going anywhere. You guys are stuck with us, okay? I have not been doing this YouTube thing since 2021. Almost 4,000 videos. Still under 20,000 subscribers. I'm all in. There's no way you give up that many years of your life and I'm about to find a new, I'm about to, I don't know, start drilling for oil in the ocean or something like that. No, this is what I do. This is what I do. And I think a lot of you guys in this, the stream, you guys are also going to be doing this for the rest of your lives, which is good, because it's monetizing, these movements and staying relevant and knowing what's going on in these markets. So bounce off of this 200, off that 177. Here we are. We can get back above this point of control, which is $200, 204. We admit, if it got over $200, it's like that psychological barrier of the round number of 200, and really is 204, but it breaks above that, gives the buy signal. The races are on all over again. Everybody who got just shooken out, everybody who cheated, wrong answer. Wrong answer. Don't do that no more. Don't do that no more. Either hold something that you can hold, because these market shakeouts do happen. Now, break over to 200. We're coming back to Solana, right back at 224, and possibly chasing that 253 right there. Let's go to XRP. Shout out to my XRP fam. I've been getting a lot of calls on XRP. I love my XRP fam. Hopefully my good friend Corporal Z is listening right here. And I love the way that we're talking now, because when me and Corporal Z first started talking, it's a little different, right? Because you're coming into the space. But when he was telling me that all he was trying to do was buy more XRP when it dipped, I know that his mentality changed since we started talking. Because a lot of the times when the dips would happen, perception is everything. The way you look at this stuff and your perspective on the information that you have about this stuff is very, very important. Because and Corporal Z, hopefully you don't mind. I love you, brother. But this is how we keep refining, and we can help other people out in this space, right? It's by holding ourselves accountable with our actions and showing the examples of how we figure this stuff out together, right? So it was like, compared to when I first met him, and we're talking, getting the calls, and I met him through my brother and stuff, absolutely amazing man, a really good friend of my sister-in-law. I went up to my brother's wedding and stuff, and heard nothing but good things about Corporal Z, and we exchanged numbers and stuff, and we've been talking. But when these first dips started happening on Corporal Z, after XRP pumped up, you're like, what's going on, man? And yeah, he did ask me like, hey, do you know what's going on? But what I liked was his idea of accumulation now. See, a lot of times what happens is that shakeout got everybody out. That took the belief out of people. That took the faith out of people of crypto. And there's a very few select, and I know it's a lot of you guys that pull up to the stream, that when we talk about when the markets are fearful, you have to be greedy. And that's not easy. That's easier said than done. That is, and I want to be transparent with you guys. That is easier said than done. But when it's done, you'll get addicted to it. But when you do that and you actually see that thing bring a yield, you'll be like, man, I got to do the different thing every time. It's bad to do it the other way. It's sheepish to do it the other way. You have to think backwards. It's crazy. It's crazy, right? Because we want to move almost together, but you got to find the right together to move with. Because when I seen that thing and he was sending me a DM, he was, sending me some message. He was like, "Man, I was trying to buy and it wasn't letting me buy." I was like, "That's a different attitude right there. That attitude right there is capitalizing on this crazy wick on XRP." Now let's talk about XRP because we did talk about this downside risk for my XRP fam. Did it go lower than what we talked about for downside risk? It went way lower. It broke the lower value range. It broke the floor. It went so low. It was crazy, right? It came all the way down to, man, if anybody had buy orders, like Hail Mary buy orders on XRP down here, which I don't even think that would have been filled. I think only the exchanges took advantage of this stuff and let their orders go through. Down to this like 127, that's wild. But here you are, with that buying opportunity on XRP now at 250. And we talked about this. I mean, we're like, hey, there's a massive gap over here. This is the gap I thought it was going to fill. It filled a lot more than that. It kept filling gaps. It was filling other people's gaps. It kept going lower. That day was crazy. I'm so happy we're here. This is the flip side of it. This is the flip side. They stopped so many of my orders. You see, this is, and this is what I'm talking about, right? So we got some people in the stream. A lot of people wanted to take advantage. You're cut from a different cloth. The minute you saw that shakedown, you're like, how can I take advantage of this? Something's happening right now, right? And it was nice to hear Corporal Z. So we're going to be talking about a little bit of upside potential because I think that was the shakeout of the shakeout. I don't think, for the most part, I tried buying around 150. He said the same thing. He said it would not let him buy. He said it would not let him buy until it was back over $2 and something. So until this candle got filled up here, they weren't letting orders come back. And this is right around 240. They didn't let nobody get in this wick action. Didn't fill my gaps. It's Sunday, AD. It's Sunday. It's 10:05 in the morning. Oh, man. All right. This is what we're going to talk about for XRP. This lower value range is here, right? We're talking about 224. We could be having a case of that first mouse, second mouse gets the cheese thing, right? Because it's still on the downside. This is still, all downside stuff. We got sell signals here. It could be some bouncing on this for a while until we can get back above these moving average to trade back into this gap, break this shelf, and then try to come back up to $3. If we can get back to $3 on XRP, I'm sure the XRP people are going to be feeling really good. But imagine everybody who got shooken out. I need you guys to understand, not everybody, there's no way that everybody can survive a over $20 billion shakeout. You need to give yourself some credit right now on being able to survive that. Not all the time, the crypto space or the meme coin space, or let's just say the investing space is about making money. It's also about mitigating your losses, right? Right? Because some people did not do that. They're gone. And I don't think they'll be back. Woo, woo. What's up, Jace? Yeah, man. So I don't think, a lot of people are going to be able to do that, but we did. So give yourself a lot of credit because we're right here right now, seeing XRP recover right back at 250, holding this lower value range. If it can get above these moving averages, here goes the point of control, right back at $3. Everybody forgets about what happened. That's why it's important to have strong community because these prices will recover. And then what was all the cheating about? That's why it's good to have a good project, good team, because otherwise, what was it all worth? What was it all about? So XRP definitely could be turning back up to $3. I don't know if there's more wicking, most likely, some more consolidation right now. Now, if the markets just want to surprise everybody, and now that there's not that much selling pressure, we can just turn this thing all the way up. Like it never happened. I promise you, bro. Like it never happened, bro. That's exactly how it's going to feel. A week later, and we get over things so fast, a week later, we forget all about the shakeout. We're back at Bitcoin 126. Let Bitcoin break the next all-time high, and we're all going to be like this. Forget about what happened, but there's $20 billion that were wiped out, and some of those people they're going to have to unsubscribe to some YouTube channels because they're not going to want to get those notifications no more. And the fact that we're still here is very powerful. So make sure you guys get people tapped into this channel. This is how, I've been in the market since 2017, and I've been a YouTuber since 2021. I've been through the highs and lows. The last bear market was brutal. I mean, I know it takes a lot to survive this. So if you guys want some of that without having to go through it, without getting spanked, unless you like getting spanked, then all right. But if you want to go with it without getting spanked, then definitely pay attention to what we're putting down right here. This is free game. They say the game is sold, not told. I'm telling everybody. I'm trying to save you right now. So make sure that you guys don't get wrecked in this market where you guys can still pull up and have some fun, because it's going to turn right back around and people are going to be right back excited. So $3 is that mark that we want to see. That $3 range is where we want to see XRP break. We covered Solana. We covered BNB. We covered XRP. Let's go to Aster, because Aster taught me a massive lesson. It's already pumping right back up. I got to keep it a buck with you guys. If it was not for that blunt house indicator, I would be in a lot more trouble. It really saved me. I want to be transparent with you guys on this 15-minute chart. This is where I was at right here. Let me show you guys right here. This trade right here, this break, this is where Rico was at, where it looked like insider trading, right? And we did really good. Boom. For this, yeah, can we get the contract address? Yeah, no problem. Let me give you that right now. Smart DeFi. We're going to an all-time high. I'm telling you guys, the way that we held when the rest of the market got shooken out, it's happening. Here goes this contract address right now. This is the project that I launched. This is where that 5K giveaway is at. Go join that right now, because if you want to recoup some of that shakeout money that happened, it's right there. With XPX, so don't miss out. All right, so this is what I want to be transparent with you guys, because, man, I felt it, okay? Now, if it was not for this blunt house indicator, I would have been in bigger trouble. I would have been in big trouble, actually. Let's keep it a buck, because it's easier to keep it a buck. I think being too fugazi, I don't know how people do that, how they just spend most of the time lying to themselves. That's a lot of energy. That's a lot of exercise. I like to keep it simple. The truth is simple. You know, it's like if you appreciate your time and you appreciate your peace of mind and what you got going on in your head, I mean, it's easy to just keep it real. So like that, you can just make life a little bit easier. And this is where I got in right here. Beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. And then right here, this thing right here saved me like crazy, because here goes that crazy. And you know what? I wish I would have shorted it there. But how would I got that? You know, how would you know? And on all that good stuff. But here goes that short. It did let us know before, you know, it went crazy down. It did say, hey, get out of Dodge. Get out of Dodge right now. Get out of Dodge right now. And it was right there. The signal was right there. Now, Aster is already coming back to life, which is no surprise, because it's very close to BNB, right? It's all part of that. And it's already back at 150. It went all the way down. And it went all the way down to 92 cents. It went all the way down to 92 cents. Sheesh. And it's already recovered and cruising at 150. And this is where we're at right now. This is where the bullishness starts. And if you look, where are we having some issues again? This weird number of 150. Look at this. Look at this. Hit. Can't get it up there. Hit. Look at all the wicks that pushed this down right at that 150. And this is how we got into this trade over here for this upside, because when I zoomed out and it was on this downtrend forever, I was like, man, how low can this thing go? I was getting kind of irritated. I was like, all right, I got a short, but like, does this thing ever plan on going, like, you know, this downtrend right here? I was starting to get bored of this, because I already exited my short and it started going lower. And I was like, I don't want to chase it. But I was like, how low can this thing go? Yes, I am. Yeah. I launched XPX with David, Ali, and Marlon 16 months ago in about 7 days. And, you know, it's been 16 months. Yep. So when I was zooming out on Aster, I was like, damn, this thing just keeps going lower and lower and lower. How low can it go? Like, is it, you know, you can see the XPX right there. XPX merch on. All I wear is XPX merch now. Calvin Klein's getting a bunch of dust on it now, because XPX merch is where it's at. But this is what I was looking at. I was like, okay, this is 150. And that 150 is what helped me get into this trade right here. And you can see it was really nice. I mean, it was a nice trade. Here goes, you know, we're finding this, boom, boom, support. We get into this trade, very nice. And it did really well. It broke the 50 moving average, and then wham, you can't predict that. That's why you got to have the filters. Bro, if I'm not the person, bro, come on, bro. Just go look into it more and all that. If you don't know, then you don't know. You're slowing down the stream, and it's not even the vibe. I don't even like it. You know, if you want the 5K, get the 5K. If you don't want the 5K, bye. Adios. I don't got nothing to prove, bro. Figure it out. Here we go. Let's keep it moving and grooving, man. So somebody's going to get the 5K. And eventually, probably be a good idea not to pull up because we're going to be showing everybody when they get the 5K. We got another 5K given away at $5 million market cap. And we just got together, me and one of my, good friends now. I mean, he better let me call him this at this point. At $10 million market cap, we're going to do another one. We win in this market. We win in this market. Promise you that, okay? So it's going to happen, okay? So what's the, oh my God, boring. Boring. So, you guys remember that, if you guys are Spanish, it was called the Chacal. You know, they were called the Chacal out, and it was like this guy, which I don't know how they got away with this because I looked at this show as an adult. It looks a little KKK-ish. It looks a little KKK-ish as far as like but it's an old Spanish show on the on Telemundo or Univision, and it was like whenever somebody would come out and it was like basically they didn't want to hear about it no more, they would call El Chacal, and he would come out, you know, and he was dressed, it was all black though, it wasn't in white, it was all black, and he would come out and put a hook around them and take them off the stage. So if somebody can call the Chacal, get him out of here. Yeah, I'll do you guys a favor, let's just get him out of here. They're not gonna stop. We know this is somebody who got wrecked. I know when somebody gets wrecked in the market, they have this kind of limpy attitude. You know, it's like I don't know. You're pretty limpy right now. You're giving me limp attitude right now. Yeah, gone. All right, cool. All right, that one's done. The Chacal y fuera, fuera. He's out of here. All right, let's get back on track. I'm telling you, there's some people out here that even with something as good as that, they don't. I call them the never happiers. No matter what, they ain't never happy. I know some people that I've been around already for these 16 months. They ain't never happy. They ain't never happy. It's been like 16 months. I've been around some people in this space, and the Telegram is like, damn, you're telling me. So that's who you are. You know, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, we can say everything we want in that chat. We can say everything we want to say to that person. He's still going to be quacking around. He going to be on a space later on quacking. It's just like, that's what ducks do. So we got to let a duck be a duck sometimes, fam. And, you know, a lot of people they're just bitter. Somebody has to play that role. And, you know, I've been seeing some people play that role for like, you know, since the launch of XPX, you know, and people like inside of TGs within ecosystems, it's like, whoo, that's a lot of energy to be that bitter all the time. You know, and it's like, but you know what? You got to accept them for that. You just got to accept them for that. So here, let's go into Aster. Let's change the vibe again. Let me take a sip of the coffee. You see, I don't play with my kumbaya. I clear up the energy quick. It's like, if there's 5K giveaway and you don't like that, you ain't gonna like nothing. There ain't nothing I can say. You're telling me there's something I'm gonna be able to say to you that you're gonna stop quacking around? Yeah, right. I'm not about to waste my time. You're a quacker. You're gonna be quacking forever. You're never happier. That's what I call them. Actually, I call those the never happiers. They're always a little bit bitter, gossiping a little bit, you know, murmuring a lot. They love to murmur. They like to start imaginary problems with things that have never even actually happened. So, yeah. All right. So here we go. Aster right now. This is what, and I want to be transparent with you guys. This is the trade I got into that looked amazing. This is the trade and the blunt house indicator that helped me get out of it, okay? You see that sell signal up here? Now, it wasn't perfect, and obviously there were some stop losses that had to get hit. When it broke underneath this 50, it's a wrap. This thing's validated 100% sell signals all over. And this is why I want you guys to pull up next Wednesday. We're going to be chilling with Blunt. I'm going to bring Blunt on this live stream because we do really good numbers. And I need everybody to heed this information because this is how you can protect yourself and not go into a space or a live stream and be all bitter and stuff because you got rocked, right? Here we are right now. If Aster can break above this 150 mark, why? Is it because we just called and yanked 150? No, because when we zoomed out, just like how we saw this number was important before, it's important all over again because this stuff is so freaking fractal that the minute you just appreciate it for that, I want you guys, and that's one of the things that I love that Blunt was talking about, because this is the way that I feel about it. There's a difference between understanding it and appreciating it. We can understand a lot of things. That don't mean you appreciate it, right? If you don't want a chance to win 5K, don't buy XPX. More tickets for those of us who believe in XPX. Facts. The Clash fam, let's go. Let's go, man. Clash fam, pull up, man. Another solid project. Yeah, we've been supporting since the beginning. Okay, but this is what I want you guys to understand. Like, it's one thing. There's one thing about understanding it, but it's another thing to appreciate it. So appreciating it is more important. Here we go. We got a follower. I mean, ducks do come in, and you know, I've never seen one duck alone. So let's be honest. It's rare to see one duck alone. Let me do us a favor and make sure we get all these quackers out. 1 second, fam, because they're gonna just eventually we make enough accounts where there we go. Let's reload the chat really quick. And if you guys are some of the mods and we got some ducks walking around in the chat, just get them out of here, man. I want you guys to understand, to appreciate this fractal part of this part right here. Like, appreciate that this market's fractal. Appreciate that this life is fractal, not just charts. Okay, it's not just a chart. Go look up the Fibonacci sequence. Go do boop. I'm just gonna block every of your account. It doesn't matter. All right, here we go. When you can appreciate that this is fractal, you'll know what's up, right? Because this 150 price, just like it was important to hold above, and when we were doing all this, it's important for us to break past it, right? Just like I was showing you that price on 177 on Solana. It wasn't that we just pulled that price out of thin air, and you know, like sometimes we're in spaces and people are just saying, well, that price and this price is like, okay, well, where do you get these prices from? Where did you get these prices from, right? And when you zoom out, this is where we're getting these prices from. All this dude has done in his life is make YouTube channels, I guess. It's fine. I mean, the block button and the kick out button is like, there's not a number on how many people I can, so it's nothing. But this is the price right here, right? 150 is what we're checking out. 150 is a crucial point where, you know, we're seeing that all over again. This is where the fun starts. So, you know, I know that the markets are really hot. We have some positive price action, but I don't mind being a little bit more cautious just to see how things turn out, because I would like to see Aster get back above the 150. You know, that $150 range will be really, really nice. Really, really nice. Man. Here we go. 1 second. We're going to get the whole... Man, he has a lot of channels. We're going to be blocking all his channels, which is nice. Let's just get them all out the way. But 150 is the point, man. 150 is the dollar range that we want to watch out for on Aster, and that's what we're going to be paying attention to. And that's where it's at, man. I would like to see Aster get above that. Can it get back above? Absolutely. We start adding some of the filters, right? We got our fractals, and these are our filters, these indicators. This is how we know what's going on. We're back above the 50, which is really good. We're back above the 200, which is even better. And yeah, we want to make sure that we keep making, you know, staying above the 200 is going to keep this a lot more bullish for Aster. And it's looking like it is. You know, this is a long downtrend underneath the 200 moving average, and it's already turning around. So it is oversold, right? So it is oversold. I can prove that you're lonely. I can tell you that. There we go. All right, so 150 is looking really good. If we can get some mods up in here so I don't have to keep stopping to babysit the chat, that'd be nice. Let me know if you guys, I think TK is a mod. Maybe I could add another one right now, because that's annoying. I don't got to prove to anybody. I mean, I got it. I know I got it. I work from home. I've been working from home for a long time. I don't got nothing to prove. You got to get it. I know that. I know that for a fact. Let me 1 second. Let me fix this really quick, fam. This is live and unscripted. I'm about to add, we got Psychedelic Angel. Okay, I'm a mod. Okay, there we go. We got you as a mod. Yeah, just take care of that, bro, so I can just keep the flow going. You know, the markets are turning around. Somebody got liquidated, obviously, and that is projection. You know, that dude is probably somewhere lost somewhere. I don't know. That is called projecting your failures onto other people. That is about as projecting as it gets right there. Like you pulled up for a 5K giveaway, and it's there. I mean, the funds are there. I got way more than that. I got way more than that. Best believe it. Best believe it. Best believe it. Some of my investors got way more than you. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Honestly, some of the investors got way more. We got it. Go check the LP and go check everything. It's all we got more than that. Trust. All right, you'll see. So 150 on Aster. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to the deck screener. We're gonna be having some fun with some of the plays. Let's see where the stream is at right now. Nice stream. Solid stream, fam. Solid stream. So, all right, let's finish up on Aster. If Aster can get above this 150 and we can stay with this like buy signal, I'm happy on that. A lot of times, you know, we see this happening right now, which it already did right here. This boom, that first tap, you know, first mouse gets the squeeze, second mouse gets the cheese. This happens on the downside and the upside, especially on the 200 moving average, which the 200 moving average is the biggest bear bull indicator. Okay, almost everybody agrees on this, and as a collective you can see the minute it got up here, this is what it did. So excuse me, here we go. So let me zoom into this right here. Up, back down, bounce right back up. Up, back down, bounce right back up. This is a constant thing that we see right here where it goes, you know, first mouse was getting the squeeze, as long was looking really good, right? You're in the trade, it's profitable. You're like, oh man, I'm starting to give back some of my profits. I don't want to give back all my profits. And then boom, bounces off and just keeps going. You never got a sell signal, right? Even with all these red candles, there was never a sell signal on this indicator right here, which is something that you have to pay attention to, because this little first mouse gets the squeeze, second mouse gets the cheese. That little game happens a lot. And I'm telling you guys, because it's something that I used to get caught in quite a bit. You know, I'd get into a good trade. The minute I started feeling like I was giving some of my profit back, and even though I shouldn't get out and it was still looking bullish, I'm like, you know what? I'm not giving my profit back. Let me get out of this thing, right? And this is why you need some filters. We have the fractal, which we know 150 is that important area, which we're at right now. We have the filter that's helping us out, and that's what we gotta make sure that we're using this on a regular basis right here. So show up Wednesday and we'll be talking about the fibs, fractals, and filters, which is super powerful, and you guys will get better and better at using them as well, especially in hard times when the markets test you. You will see how this stuff starts to play out. Right now we're looking good. I would be, you know, it could just still trade sideways in this gap, and if it can break above this 150, it's a very crucial area where it can go a lot higher, right? So let's keep an eye on Aster. I think Aster's ready to recover. I'm not sure if it's going to go right back to $2 right away, but it is looking really good, where if you snatched up any of these prices on Aster, this is what it looked like before everybody was talking about it at $2, right? So make sure that you guys are paying attention to this right now when it's at 150, and not wait for everybody to be excited about it again when it's pumping at $2.20, because it's trading above the 50 and the 200 moving average currently right now. 2 Panda Express plates a week. That's all I'm eating. Rico, I want a pay raise. I'm working overtime on the overtime today. No problem. No problem. Extra on the orange chicken. Extra orange chicken from my man Saphir. All right, fam, let's come over here to the deck screener. We're going to go straight to my Clash fam. I think this recovery shows the power of community, and community is everything, right? The Clash fam has community. And if you are a part of the Clash fam and you survived that shakeout, I think you guys should give yourself a lot of credit. A lot of projects are long gone. They're adios. They're not here no more. So it's important that you guys understand that, you know, when you find a solid project like this, that you guys don't fade this project, because this is an amazing project that has a great dev. He's streaming every day. He's doing massive giveaways. I mean, there's Solana being given away nonstop when it comes to Clash. So let's go to the latest and greatest on Clash. Say what's up to the Clash fam. I'm sure some of them are pulling up. as well. We got George plays Clash Royale. How bullish is that, fam? Extremely bullish. Of course it is. It's crazy bullish, fam. George is playing nonstop. So this was 35 minutes ago. Even this is what I'm talking about right here. This is what I'm talking about. Even in the worst day, Crypto Clash, the community of Clash, continue to persevere. This is some of the highlights. You only get this recognition when you persevere. You know, you have to go through the hard times. Like, nobody gets a medal for flying through a sunny sky. You know, they don't give medals out because you're flying a plane and there was no thunderstorms. You only get a medal when you do something heroic, when you can make it, you know, through the adversity, right? No, they're not giving out medals because it was partly cloudy and chance of rain. You don't get a medal for that. It's through the storm. It's through when it rains, it pours. Said we lost a wing. I don't know how we flew the plane without a wing, but somehow we flew the plane without a wing. That's how you get the medals. And right now we got with over 6,500 holders strong, rising and continuing to maintain a 40 million plus market cap. It is inevitable that the whole world crypto market is in crypto recovery mode, only making us stronger. We cannot fail with George, aka Crypto R Us, is leading the charge. We are still very early. I think that this is $100 million play. If not, I almost want to say, Georgie, take us to $1 billion. Georgie, take us to $1 billion. I hope he doesn't get mad that I call him Georgie, just having fun. But I think, oh, there you go, Femix, you know? I mean, exchange after exchange, they love George. I mean, it's beneficial for all of these exchanges because George is going to bring all that user base. If there was any better way, they better list Clash. I mean, you're going to get a user base onto your exchange right away. ASAP. He has a massive, massive following. I need a medal for just staying in this crap. We all get a medal just for being in crypto, no matter what. We're all in this crypto thing for sure. And this community is amazing right here. This is a solid community. Holder count growing. Obviously, when there's a shakeout, people are going to panic sell, but recovered extremely well. Excuse me. And we actually see this right here. Right at 40 mil. You know, here, all this action. But what's wild is before we even put this in, this one right here, you know, we just added that one right now. This was where I was saying that price could come down to, right? I wasn't flooding anybody's bag, but I was saying like, hey, there's some potential that, you know, we lost this section right here. We're holding support. Why did I add this support line down here where this thing did this little up, back down, and then up? Well, it was like, hey, I know that if at some point this trend fails that and fails that support level up there, that it was gonna break to the downside, right? And that's what it did, right? And that's okay. It's not saying that it's all over. It's just saying that, hey, we are in this trend and it broke down and now it's turning around. If we can get this thing to, you know, you can see all these tops basically continue. See that? All these wicks. All these tops, pop, 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 pop. They all continue. And this could be right here where real holders, you know, this crashing, clashing, you know, this stuff, and eventually it squeezes out and goes a lot higher. It doesn't have to do that. George has a potential, and there's a lot of whales in this project where it can say, hey, Rico, you know what? We'll make the shelf right here. We'll do this little move right here, and we'll break out of here, especially if we see Solana getting a lot more bullish because this is right at that $40 million mark, right? This $40 million mark, and the price can get squeezed right into this section right here, and we break this structure right here and break past this long line of this downtrend, you'll have your breakout. And in this program, the amount of people that are getting on Clash, it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop, fam. Buy XPX, each buy gives you a ticket to win 5K. It's crazy, man, honestly. Here we go, man. Here we go. Karma's real. Man, tell me about it. That's why I'm winning all the time, man. I completely agree with you. Oh, man, I got my good juju all on point. I'm so kumbaya, it's not even funny. It's not even funny, bro, how kumbaya I am. the amount of how I do everything is all about keeping that, because life is circular. What does that mean? That it's fractal. You know, don't do bad things because they'll come right back around. I mean, everything about it does it. Yeah, I know, no kidding. you got you you might get the bigger plate, you know, the not the normal plate today, Saphir, where it's just they got like the bigger plate for people like me who are trying to get more round. You know, they added more stuff that you can add to your Panda Express plate. So we might get you the bigger one with some wonton wraps, which I love to get. Um, Crab ragoons, you know, those crab ragoons, but they don't have crab in there anymore. They just got cream cheese. Those are amazing. And we're talking about getting round now. So let's go to some more plays. Clash, I'm super bullish on. We're gonna get to the 5K giveaway in just a bit. Giving you guys more, you know, more room to grow. I mean, and we're growing, man. We're doing this thing. Let's look at some more plays, see where everybody's at, and they're surviving. I want to talk about Culo because this is a solid play. The guys are buying this back up. I want to be transparent with you guys because I keep it a buck with you guys, right? I'm tapped in with some of the guys. There's some solid people pushing this thing, going really hard. Yeah, with shrimp, it's $1.50 more. Yep. They always ask you, you know, we're going to charge you extra for that, right? It says it right there. I get that Angus steak, and I'm like, can I get the Angus steak times twice? They're like, you know, we're going to have to charge you. I'm like, I know. It says plus 150 right there. Said, can I get it times two? They said, that's $3. I said, 150 plus 150 is $3 all day. I don't say it, but it's in my head. I'm thinking like that, right? I keep it kosher, but in my head, I'm thinking like, yeah, for sure. It is advertised. Let's go into Culo right now, fam. We're gonna go through all the deck cleaners. What's going on right now? Now, obviously, the shakeout proves that even it can shake out anybody. I don't know, Rico. I'm hearing you don't have the 5K to give away. Ah. Oh my God, this is too much fun. They come into the wrong group, right? They don't know. It's like we'll chew you up and spit you out. Like honestly, this is not the group. It's 16 months of receipts after receipts. It's like a couple posts is not what's gonna do the trick. You would have to do 16 months of proving there is like you it's I always think of Highlander, like we're just taking the, you know, you live rent free in people's brain. It's kind of sad, but it's the reality. It's the reality. Culo right here. Let me give a big shout out to Culo, the team behind this. I want to be transparent with you guys. I think it's important to have a bit of transparency, right? Now, Culo is very, very bullish, fam. This is a meta that hit before the fart coins. This is the meta that hit before, you know, you guys see the cheeks right there? This is the meta that hit before the unicorn fart dust. That's what it's all about. Now, it was on Polygon when it did all that stuff and it had its run up, but now it's on Sui. Sui is on a crazy discount, so obviously this still has a lot of potential. Sui was definitely rocking. Sui still has not really had the snapback compared to like everybody else, right? It's down at 278. You know, being over like 350 would be a lot better, but nonetheless, it's giving you this opportunity to have more Sui to buy plays, you know, if you like Culo or something like this that you think is fun. And I will say that this person got rocked. You know, they got out, and right here for 1K, and bounced. So that's actually good because they don't no longer hold that amount of Culo no more. So that's what brought it back, and I know that a lot of charts felt this. Through the overall market pullback in over 20 billion, people who got liquidated had to sell all kinds of stuff. They're out. They got a rummage sale outside right now. You know, people got stuff that they're cleaning out of the garage that they never were going to clean out. But because the market's liquidated everybody, you know, there's probably going to be an extra yard sale in your neighborhood very, very soon. Okay, so oh my God. Yeah. This is people don't want to see you guys win the 5K, man. It's sad. That's crazy, man. People are bitter out there. Low key. Let me get a link for BetterHelp really quick. 1 second, everybody. I gotta do this right. 1 second. I gotta. If I don't do this, I mean, obviously there's some things going on right now. When the chat's like that, this is serious. if you're depressed and you're fudding, click on that right there. That is, it's not a sponsor, but you definitely need to go click on that link right now. You need to go vent. You need to hit up a hotline ASAP. Yeah. Today is hit up a hotline day for a lot of people. Go to www.betterhelp.com and tap in, okay? Because the markets are back, and this is why it's important to be around the right people, because a lot of people, the markets are almost right back, but their attitudes will not bounce right back. Like their attitudes are not going to come back to like where we were like right away. Like that's not going to happen. That's why it's important to have a strong community and really rock with the right people, because people will love to project their misery. Misery loves company. That whoever, that is not just a fancy saying. Like there's a lot of phrases, refraus, that actually have some tangible substance. Like I'm telling you, since I've launched this project and been in multiple ecosystems, I've seen people that they're just miserable. Like it doesn't matter what's going on. You can have the most bullish news and I just don't want to be happy, right? It's like you need to go, like all jokes aside, you better hit up that you better hit up a hotline ASAP. Like real talk, bro. You know, if most of your day consists of putting people down, you need to tap in, bro. Yeah, I'm actually gonna, you know, we're having fun and all that, but I think we should, I think you should really hit that link right there. That is financial advice. Go to betterhelp.com and go talk to them. Say, hey, Rico is generous and he's irritating me because somehow he's still positive, and I want him to be as miserable as I am. I want his community to be miserable. I'm in his chat trying to get everybody to go against this guy who keeps his word since 2021, even before that, right? And even since the launch of XPX, 16 months. It's like, you're on a trip, bro. You're on a bad trip, bro. You got to go get that. You might take it out on your fam later on. When the live stream's over, who are you going to take it out on? Like, I'm concerned with people around you. You got to check yourself before you wreck yourself, bro. We've been joking, but I think if you're making that many accounts, that's obsession at this point. You're obsessed, you know, and obsession leads to dangerous stuff. You know, most people that have done some crazy things, it's not about being upset about something. You know, it's nothing wrong with being upset or whatever. But once you start on that obsession thing, you start acting like a stalker, you know, or like an ex, you're acting like an ex-girlfriend right now. It's like, I don't owe you nothing. You better move around. You better move around. Here we go. Culo on Sui, man. Saphir, man. I'll pay you overtime on the overtime, bro. I'll try to scrape up some more money. I might not have no more money, so make sure that we can get some more money for all that overtime on the overtime. So I know we got to pay you overtime on the overtime. 1 second. All right. So Sui's looking very bullish. That was a nice little shakeout. You know, a lot of people got shooken out. So that was where that big sell came from, which is not really that big, to be honest with you. 1K sell is like whatever. But that's where the markets are at. This is where the market's actually testing everybody currently, where, you know, you see how the environment is in the chat right now. Like even the vibe in the chat, you see some people, and I'm sure a lot of the spaces actually right now are consisting of a lot of the same. You probably got, you know, some people that are being optimistic. You probably got some people being positive, and then you got some people that just literally got obliterated and they want to take it out on the world, right? So, you know what? If you're not one of those people, I really give you guys a lot of credit, because I know it's not that easy when this market's testing people back to back. Let's refresh this. But nonetheless, that doesn't stop us. We've been live for over an hour. We're not going to stop. We got some things to talk about. Smart DeFi, so massive 5K giveaway, and watch, it's going to happen. And somebody's going to make a lot of posts. Hey, I'm the winner of that 5K giveaway. That's going to happen. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. Rain, shine, thunderstorm, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. My word, I get to take that with me to my grave. Nobody takes my word away, okay? And that's what we need a lot more in this space. We need men and women of their word, because, you know, you find great people when you're like that. You find a lot of great community members that are willing to support you. All you have to do is have some integrity. So, Culo. Okay, Culo, that was fun. That was fun with Culo. Let's check on Crow Show. People asking me about the Crow Show. Man, he's still streaming on there. You know, it's holding at 868. He's still pushing. He's still doing things. So, I mean, it's pretty bullish, right? It's cruising at 868. It's on Solana. This is what Solana does. It goes up. It goes down. You know, communities move around a lot faster on that chain than they do on other ones. It's still holding pretty good. Now, that thing right here obviously can scare a lot of people into, you know, some more breakouts happen, but getting back above 1 million, you know, and then breaking 5 million would get a lot of people to be on the same page. Like, you know, Pablo Crow was probably going to be taking this a lot higher, because a lot of projects that he's been with, he's definitely taken it a lot higher than just $5 million market cap. But right now it's cruising at 874, still looking good, finding some consolidation. If it can pick up when the market picks up together, it would go really good. It would go really, really good. But right now, 874 is where it's at right now. Let's go to a couple other ones that I'm super bullish on. Another one that I'm really bullish on that's going to be the next, man, we got some cool things coming out, man. We got some bullish things happening right now. Another one that I'm bullish on that's always recovering, and it is Sunday, man. Well, let's praise a little bit. We got Jesus Coin right here. Yes, we do, fam. If you guys don't know about Jesus Coin, you guys need to come over here ASAP. If you guys want to know or find a crypto church in the space and you're like, hey, I never got enough time to go to church, and plus you're probably going to find out that this is the new way that things are going to work most likely. I think that we all realize that a lot more things have become remote after COVID, right? After COVID, everyone's like, a lot more things are done remotely. And the church is one of them. It's a 501c3 nonprofit church right here. So this is all the way legit. Shout out to Prophet Bear. Shout out to this whole community. And they're working on something really nice that we're going to be pushing really hard on the channel. Right now would probably be a good time if you're bullish on the idea of being ahead of the meta, being ahead of the narrative of the church coming into crypto. This is it right here. This is a project that's been live for over 2 years and 5 months, fam. So it's been through the ups and downs. It already hit $90 million market cap in December 2023, and right now it's consolidating some really good prices. I got a nice bag right here. I've told you guys this before. I could have sold when it went up to 44 million, but I want this thing to go well past 90 million. This has the potential to go hundreds and hundreds of millions of market cap, because the space and like religion coming into the space is going to happen, fam. Whether I tell you guys this or like we try to act like I don't want to mention this or I don't want to mention that, it's going to happen. We saw the Jew coin. We got the Jesus coin. I'm sure we're going to have the Mohammed coin, if that's okay. I don't want to offend nobody, okay? Don't get offended and don't be, I'm telling you guys what's going to happen eventually no matter what. You're going to have maybe the Muslim coin, maybe the Buddhist coin, maybe the coin. I don't know, but that spiritual side, it's always coming to the monetary game anyways. So to think that this is not going to be the same case, it's kind of wild, right? So it's definitely going to have the same case. And if you guys can, let's get this stream up really lit. I'm going to give away some BNB so you guys can actually buy yourself a ticket to that 5K giveaway. So make sure you guys stay tuned to that point of the video, because I am going to be giving away some BNB for you guys to buy your own tickets. And like that, you guys can get in for this 5K giveaway, which is going to happen. Mark my words, with the fudders, without the ducks. If they quack or they don't quack, if they don't fly like it, we're going to do it. Watch. So the coin, it's going to happen, right? And this is the one that's been leading the charge in this. I'm really close to Prophet Bear. There's some massive things going on around this. I'm letting you guys know right now, this is a good entry on a project that has a massive liquidity. Do not ignore $1.6 million in liquidity at this market cap. You know how many projects wish they had this in liquidity at this market cap? Most projects with this liquidity are at $50 million market cap, if not higher. Go check. I'm not just saying that. Go check. Let's go. Let's see Manu. Manu's a lot higher. Okay. I mean, perfect example. Manu, $34 million, 1.6 million in liquidity. A perfect example. 1.6 million in liquidity, $34 million market cap. What is Jesus Coin? 1.6 million in liquidity, same amount of liquidity, way lower market cap. Don't ignore that, fam. This is a solid play, solid community. And I don't think nobody has more conviction than people who believe in Christ or people who believe in the religion that they're associated with, right? You see that all the time. So if you don't have funds to buy the ticket, you can't win. No, but we're going to be doing a giveaway right now for that, for some BNB so you can get in. Yeah, if you guys go look at the flyer, it lets you know $25 is one entry. We have a bunch of different sets of entries for everybody. So anybody basically can get in. But we're going to be doing some BNB giveaways during this stream when we get to that point. So I don't want you guys to miss out, and we'll see some people that can actually get in. You definitely want to join the XPX TG. And to be honest with you, if you have a bag of XPX, when we reach the threshold, you're a winner anyways. Your bag is going to be bigger. Even if you got in it's going to. We give the 5K away. The bags that you use to get in, you put in 1,000, it's going to be worth 2,000. That's simple. And at $5 million market cap, we got another 5K Believe it or not. Quack, quack, quack. So here we are. Jesus coin looking super bullish, cruising at $5.8 million market cap. All it's got to do is that same dance we always talk about, break the 10 million, break the 10 million and go to that 15, 20. And this is the section where things get a lot more fun. That $25 million market cap. This is where a lot of that crazy pump happened. Look, we zoom out right here before I went to 90 mil, that 25. We broke underneath the 25. It gets a little bit bearish. If it turns right back around above the 25 million, from 25 million, it went all the way back up to 40 something million. So it is very doable. And this is the section where I know it's going to happen sooner or later. The more you talk to retail, go talk to them. They're getting into crypto, fam. They're learning about crypto. If any of you guys go to church, start asking, your church members, like, are you been buying crypto? Are you into crypto? Start a little conversation. See, just to check the temperature. You don't got to tell them, hey, go buy XYZ or anything like that. What I'm saying is just like, check the temperature. How hot are you? Are you hot? And you'll find out really quick that even the church is slowly coming into crypto. And I think this is an early entry on a great play that, already has proven that it's here to stay. 1.6 million liquidity is super impressive. All right. Let's actually get to the point right now where we talk about this giveaway on XPX. This is crazy bullish, fam. It's almost so bullish that people are fudding it because they're so miserable is the only word I can figure out, man. It's sad. I mean, since I launched the project, I've been seeing it. Honestly, I've accepted it already because obviously after, we're about to be going on 16 months, it's like, these people are just going to keep being like that. It's like, all right, I don't expect them to tell me to stop being happy every single day. You guys been seeing me go live nonstop. Have you guys seen me in a bad mood? Have you guys seen me, fudding your guys' bag? Have you guys seen me out of all these days? A lot of times, especially like all the way to like 8 months, I was streaming 7 days a week. It was like almost like over 300 days of streaming every single day of the week. You guys got to see if I was going to have a bad day, you guys would have seen it. That's every single day of the week. We're winning in this market. So I want you guys to win with us. This project right here is one of those that you can win on right here. Like I said, this is the project that I launched on Smart DeFi, looking extremely bullish. Real project, real daily chart looking crazy bullish. Let's go to the daily chart. It's just epic, bro. That's a healthy daily chart. The markets got wiped out. XPX didn't get wiped out. Did your dev sell on you? No. Did your dev have to sell because the markets got wiped out? No. No. We're here to stay. We're here to stay. Why are we here to stay? Because we got real utility. We have a real project and utility that people can use today. People are using that utility today. XPXPay.com is the website for all your off-ramp needs. Even the ducks can come and get their cards. If you're a duck out there and you're mad at the world, print some more and come get your card. I mean, it's here for everybody, fam. It doesn't matter who you are. You don't even got to hold XPX. There's no red tape around it. Even if you want to do some non-KYC bill payments, some non-KYC gift cards, there's literally no red tape. I could have easily made this a game of, hey, you got to hold this much XPX. You got to do a backflip. You got to do this. You got to do that. And then no, you guys want to be free to spend your finances. If you're printing in crypto and you're making money in crypto, whether it's off a meme coin, whether it's off, whatever, your bitterness, and you can come over here and use this because that's what it's here for and spend your crypto in the real world. Now, this is obviously the project behind it. So, if you see some value in being able to provide MasterCards around the world and being able to provide bill payments and being able to provide gift cards, then I would, if you would like, it's not financial advice, you go get a bag of XPX. If you go to my YouTube channel, you're like, whoa, this guy's been streaming since 2021. He has almost 4,000 videos. I don't know how he's just going nonstop. Man, for like 300 days, I think it was like close to 300 days, I streamed every single day of the week. It's not always just investing into a name and a brand but I would invest into somebody's consistency like that, honestly. I don't even care what the project would be about. If somebody was, because I would want to feed off of that consistency. That is perseverance at its finest. We will not stop because I don't stop and I will never stop. So if you guys want to be a part of that movement and somewhere that you can park some money for sure, and you can see that even when $20 billion got wiped out, that chart is looking bullish, then XPX marks the spot. If you want a project that is letting you use utility today, you don't have to buy XPX. You don't have to do and scream and shout and say XPX this, XPX that. Go to non-KYC bill payments. Try it out. Pay your mom's bill. Stop being so bitter. You know, go. We should add BetterHelp to this thing and see if BetterHelp will want to jump on some. I'm going to check that out. Actually, I'm going to see if BetterHelp wants to get on being able to buy a BetterHelp gift card. I might even donate some of these things. You know, although they say we don't have no money, I don't know how I'm going to donate a BetterHelp gift card, but we'll figure it out. I'll shake my little cup of change and we'll accumulate a little bit, but we might even start adding some things like that to this gift card section. But if you guys want to come over here right now and you guys see the value in that, of course, go check out XPX. Now, I'm going to talk about XPX's smart contracts. I'm going to talk about XPX's, you know, launching on Smart DeFi, the passive income it's made, the asset backing that it has, and why this project is really just built to be multi-cycle. I've been multi-cycle since 2021. I went through a bull run. I went through a bear market. You don't think I can do that again? You don't think I can go through this whole bull run and go through another bear market? You don't think this project's going to ride right through the bull run, right through the bear market? Of course it is. Because in the bear market, what is everybody going to do? They're going to sell their NFTs. They're going to sell their, not only their NFTs, they're going to sell their meme coins. They're going to sell all kinds of stuff. To what? To pay for bills. A $20 billion drop in crypto won't stop people having to pay bills. Preach. Tell me about it. Do you guys still got to put gas in your car? You guys still got bills to pay? Thank you, Psychedelic Angel. This community is amazing. You still got to do that stuff, right? That doesn't excuse us from having to do real world activities, right? And that's why XPX was thought of and really came to the point where it needs to be a real project for a YouTuber, right? Because the bear market showed me that a lot of things that I was bullish on, and I dedicated a lot of my time helping projects get to $1 billion market caps, helping projects get to $100 million market caps. During the bear market, they made 0 cents. It was like, Rico, Rico, what were you doing? The bear market hit, and all I can see is everybody swiping cards and me still selling stuff, trying to figure out how to offer them. But I said, okay, I know what I want to do. I want multi-cycle project, something for my subscribers that if they're bullish with me, that they can have this thing that can print for them nonstop. And this is XPX. Marks the spot, everybody. Come to xpxpay.com, ducks allowed and all. Come over here, get you guys a bag. If you guys like the project, if you don't get a bag. Don't get a bag. And you can still use the utility. Pretty nice, right? Now let's go into our tokenomics and what we got going on, because the tokenomics have been updated. Pretty cool, pretty nice. And we got some really cool things to talk about when it comes to tokenomics. So XPX is coded to win, okay? XPX is coded to win. Why is it coded to win? Well, we got an amazing smart contract. I mean, when you look at this project, it checks a lot of boxes. Honestly, if you're looking for something, it's got great team, amazing community, smart contracts that matter, staking rewards, loan options. What else do you want? Like, honestly, what you want? Somebody that we're here. I mean, it's showing you day in and day out. And if 20 billion can get wiped off the market and XPX is standing here very, very strong, that says a lot. Don't fade that at all. So smart DeFi contracts are absolutely amazing because right from inception, everybody who has staked XPX has been earning XPX as passive income. You know, whether they do a $20 billion shakeout or they do a little bit less shakeout, no matter what, the markets move, you win. Passive income. This is what retail will understand eventually anyways, because staking is the future version of savings, fam. We're just changing the names a little bit. We're just changing the names. It's the same. There's nothing new under the sun. It just changes its costume a little bit. It's like, oh, that's a nice shirt. I haven't seen that shirt before. What is that shirt called? This is a Bitcoin shirt, you know? Or this is, you remember savings? I don't do savings no more. I do staking. But it's very similar to the idea of passive income. This is just it. And its startup, it's the inception of staking. Just probably like how people were really skeptical about putting your money in a bank just for savings for passive income, right? Same thing. I was like, what? No, I could just save it myself. Why would I have anybody else save it? I could just put it in a jar, you know, lift a floorboard up in the attic and put it in there. Boom, savings. Passive income, though, is what it is, right? The interest. And this is what we have right here. You will get passive income on XPX, okay? Passive income on XPX is super bullish, extremely bullish, because on every buy and sell transactions, you guys are getting passive income. You guys can come check that out right now. So passive income right now, 1.9% on the buys and 8.9 on the sells. Stakers are getting paid. Passive income is being made. And then what also happens is we grew an amazing asset backing pool, which is crazy thick right now, honestly, fam. So this is when the crypto wipeout happened. Let's refresh this. From 65,000 back to 77,000. How are we having $77,000 in asset backing? Well, very simple. It's coded to continue to add a BNB pool. As you guys can see, wrap BNB inside this thing. Wrap BNB, bam, right? It's coded to continue to keep this baseline price going up. And that's why our chart is already starting to turn right back around. Everybody who cheated, wrong answer. We're going to break all-time high, fam. We're not that far away. 2 million right here. The 5K is right here. In crypto, that is not that far away. Let me show you guys where the 5K giveaway is at. Right there. That is not that far away in crypto. It's actually a little bit lower because that's the price, but it's really close. And anybody can get this. And as this is happening on those buys and sell transactions, this asset backing pool is growing, and it's creating $77,000, which is equivalent to, which is 59.29 BNB. And what that does is allows anybody to take out a loan against your XPX tokens. Now, we were talking about savings. We're talking about staking. Now we're talking about loans. Is that not something that we use already? Is a form of debt not what almost everybody's using in the United States? Right? So again, it's just changing its characteristics. Just a new shirt. Same idea, but better. Better how? Well, the 30-day interest-free loans that you can either pay back or don't pay them back. And we're not going to, start taking money out of your checks. We're not going to start doing none of that. What this does is actually just burn off the supply. If you don't want to pay the loan back, the 30-day interest-free loan, at the end of 30 days, you can either pay a fee to extend it for another 30 days. You can pay the loan fully back and get all your XPX tokens back. Or you can just say, you know what? I'm going to keep the loan. I don't want to pay it back. And whatever, right? You don't have to pay it back. What happens? Cool. The tokens get burned off the supply. There's not a sell on the chart. You have actual BNB because when you take out a loan out against XPX, it's actually BNB. You're taking out real BNB. That is not priced into XPX, fam. This is not priced into the chart because retail will understand the fact that they'll be able to take out loans and be able to spend it in the real world because obviously XPX has all these payment solutions. This is super bullish for everybody. This is not priced into the chart. Everybody's so concerned about chart go up, chart go down. This whole idea of lending protocol is not into the chart. Yeah, very easy, man. Very, very easy to understand that this is going to be a meta. How many winners we doing? How many winners for what? So do it, Rico. See current giveaways to enter the giveaway. Yeah, we're going to be doing that right now. Okay, there you guys go. You guys got something cooking right there. Go ahead, make it happen. That's what we're doing. We're pushing. The more we push, once we break $2 million market cap, they're going to say it's headed to all-time high. They didn't stop. Damn, Rico. Damn him for not stopping. You guys can pray on it, and I'm not going to stop. I'm telling you, I don't know who you guys pray on, but I'm not stopping no matter what. I'm here for good. This is the future. So XPX marks the spot. I'm going to share this link for you guys right here. Here you guys go. No problem. I'll take some action in that. Boom. Shakalaka. There we go. There we go. There we go. Very nice for us. We got XPX looking really good. If we go to the homepage, XPX looking strong up there. And it's only going to keep going up. We're up 11%. We're probably going to be up a lot more than that by the end of the day. There's a lot of people coming in. And speaking of XPX and this bullish community, let's go to our X account. Let's show what we got going on. And let's do a giveaway live on the live stream. I'm going to go outside and ask for some money first before I can do this giveaway, guys, because I'm somewhere in Mexico, I guess. Everybody thinks I'm Mexican for some reason, which I love my Mexican people. Don't get me wrong. Orale. But I'm not. But I'm not. I love my Mexican people. Don't get it twisted. But I'm not. And then why even put it down like that? You don't think that there's rich people in Mexico? Like, you know, you're over here like putting down Mexicans like if there's nobody rich in Mexico. Have you ever been to Mexico? You must have not been there. Okay, here we go, man. 5K giveaway. One winner takes all. Buy XPX, $25, one entry, $100, 5 entries, $500, 30 entries, $1,000, 70 entries. Get in, fam. 70 entries. Wow. Talk about getting in to win it, fam. Here we got We Mexican. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. It's like, damn, you putting down a whole race just to insult me. You're crazy, bro. That's wild. That's crazy wild. So let's do a giveaway right now for one of these entries. There's going to be $25 worth of B&B on these giveaways, okay? These are going to be B&B giveaways for you guys because I do want you guys to be able to come over and enter the giveaway. Look at Saphir winning stuff. Let's remove this stuff. Let's remove Saphir. Okay, let's go to... And let's just start off right now. Let me get my track ready because I actually like to have the track. And if you make it on there, you make it on there. Okay, okay. 1 second, fam. Here we go. Quack, quack. All right, everybody. Hashtag XPX. Get on this list right now. Don't waste any time, man. Let's go ahead and get this started, man. You might have to retype it because we got it. Let's go. Jamal right here is already here. Scroll this so I don't miss anybody. Start it all over. Let me scroll up. You got Speedy the turtle over here? What's up, Speedy? Got a gold card and you know we going hard. Rico money bags and he's gonna change the game. I said bullish AF, I said bullish AF. It's XPX and it's about to go insane. I said bullish AF, I said bullish AF. Rico money bags and he's gonna change the game. Space Penguins in here? What's up, Penguins? Bullish AF, I said bullish AF. I said 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 bullish AF, I said bullish AF. XPX, 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 XPX. We're going to run it back one more time. Get your entries in. I mean, that was, I'm just turned up, man. Whoo, I like that. Let's run it back one more time for everybody and keep posting in the chat. And we're going to get some entries for you guys. Do not miss out on this. There's some serious money sitting on the table. It's there. I mean, it's really there, fam. So I don't know what else to tell you, but it's there. Turn up, fam. Bullish AF, it's XPX. Rico money bags and he's finna change the game. Bullish AF, I said bullish AF. XPX finna go insane. I said bullish AF. Of course, it's Someone typing over here.
XPX is the name, XPX is the game. I said bullish AF, I said bullish AF. XPX is the name, XPX is the game. I said bullish AF, I said bullish AF. Got a gold card and you know we going hard. Rico money bags and he's gonna change the game. I said bullish AF, I said bullish AF. It's XPX and it's about to go insane. I said bullish AF, I said bullish AF. Rico money bags and he's gonna change the game. XPX and it's about to go insane. I said bullish AF, I said bullish AF. I said bullish AF.
We got Andrew from the Bitcoin Club up in here. Welcome in, welcome in. We're definitely making some noise over here. Welcome in. Let me see. I got you, Jess. I know I saw that. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you guys, honestly. It's what we're supposed to be doing in the space. Giving back, having some fun, and we survived the $20 billion shakeout. Like that's a winner. That's a winner, okay? We did it. If you won with me, pull up. XPX. Doesn't XPX roll off the tongue just right? Keep it real. Doesn't XPX just roll off the tongue? It sounds so good. It's like you could say XPX all day and it just hits. The trolls den. Let's add the trolls den. Why not? All right, everybody. Appreciate you guys pulling up, man. We got a very, very live stream. I mean, when you bring out the ducks, you know that you're doing something right, man. We got a solid stream right here, 5K giveaway, making some noise in the space. A lot of cool stuff going on. And don't fade us, man. Don't fade us. We make things happen. So let's go ahead and pull this. Doing some BNB giveaway like that. You guys can get some entries on this 5K giveaway. Here we go right here. Pulling the first name right here. Woo! Make sure you guys get the likes up on the channel. Delatoshi, let's go. Appreciate that, man. We've been live for almost 2 hours, man. What a vibe. After the $20 billion shakeout, they thought they were going to be able to FUD the stream, fam. If we FUD the stream, he'll turn it off. No, I'll turn it up. I'll turn it up. Let's FUD him. He'll stop if we FUD him. No, I won't stop. I'll go faster, harder. I won't. Get out of the way, I'm telling you. It's better just to either get with the movement or just get out of the way. Get out of my lane. Get out of it. Here we go. Pulling another one. Shout out to Delatoshi for that win right there. Next one who's going to be winning right now is looking like Sharon. Let's go. Let's go, Sharon, another one. Let's go, man. That's what we're talking about over here. Straight to the community. It's amazing how this happens, man. Man, ball never lies, right? You ever play sports and the ball never lies? It'll find the winners. It's crazy. Let's find one more winner. Let's find somebody who's trying to get in for this 5K giveaway. I'm trying to get... Here we go. Boom. Let's get a 5K giveaway. This might be the winner of the 5K. I don't know. This feels like a lucky spin right here. Who is that? Speedy? Saphir? Speedy got the win. Speedy, you're trying to win the 5K? Speedy is trying to win the 5K. We got Speedy the token. Shout out to Speedy for pulling up. Man, it'd be nice to see Speedy on Just Shop Crypto, man. Speedy, you guys might want to think about that. We're listening. We got a couple projects queued up that are pretty massive. This is a great place, Just Shop Crypto. We're going to talk about that in just a bit. We got 3 winners to get in for this 5K giveaway, which I'm super excited about because we survived the shakeout, baby. We did it. We did it. We're here. So shout out to Speedy. And since we're talking about Just Shop Crypto, let's go to Just Shop Crypto, fam. Shout out to all the winners, potential winners of the 5K giveaway. It's going to happen. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait for that to happen because we're going to be doing some more giveaways at $5 million market cap. We got a massive giveaway. We're planning out this crazy roadmap, which we don't do roadmaps because we just release utility. You know, we don't want to do all that. But this is a different type of roadmap. It's a price roadmap, and we're going to incentivize the community along the way. And we're going to put some funds in your pocket. Believe it or not, believe it or not, here we are with Just Shop Crypto. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys have not heard of Just Shop Crypto, this is powered by XPX. Yes, it's powered by XPays X, and that is, of course, the project off of Smart DeFi that I launched with Ali, Marlon, and David, which is super bullish, and it's even getting more and more bullish every single day because we've just listed the veteran token. We had listed the Kendu token. We got listed, you know, the CBC token, the Crypto Breakfast Club with Zach Humphreys, Zach from Subway, and Paid that holds these spaces every day, almost every day, I think, 6:30 Eastern time, right? And this is where cross-pollination happens. This is where marketing is actually seeing some revenue, some ROI on your investment is happening right here on Just Shop Crypto. Because I want to give the Kendu Chads a big shout out, and Chadettes, of course. Their merch is flying off the shelf, fam. And they have their own merch store, but we got something really big coming for Kendu. If you guys don't have a bag of Kendu, they're about to be pushing really big. I don't want to give away none of the alpha, but they're about to be making a really big move. This is a solid project where you guys can buy a hat, tap into this community, go inside their Telegram. You're going to love this community, fam. Like, shout out to the Kendu Chads and Chadettes. You know, again, any project, any community that just kept building, kept pushing, even though there was a $20 billion wipeout, it's like, you're going to make it. Like, you have if you're not jumping into chats and you're not quacking around, like, you're going to make it. You're not that. That's not winning. You know, you're not that. Okay, cool. I'm on this side. I'll take this. I'm cool. I'll take that role over here. I'm cool with that. So Kendu is one of those projects that they don't gamble, right? Everybody who was gambling during that wipeout got wiped out. If you're not gambling and you want to work for your bag, Kendu Inu is one of those plays that you guys definitely want to check out, okay? Go check them out. Go check out this amazing community. Another play that I want you guys to check out that has just gotten listed, and we're going to be doing a really big campaign with them. It's already started, actually. Oops. It's already started. We got to go to our page to check this out. Let's go to XPX token. I want to scroll down. Let you guys know if you guys want to support veterans. If you guys are in any way, shape, or form, you know, maybe have family members that are veterans, maybe want to support veterans, scroll down right here. Buy some of this merch. Go through these details. I'm going to share this over here. I got to ask for some money again because, you know, I don't got none, guys. So I'm out of my own pocket somehow. I don't know how we're going to figure this out, everybody, but $500 out of my own pocket so we can get, you know, this merch out there to make sure that we have at Young Speedy Ray. Okay, cool. Appreciate you, Speedy the Turtle. Definitely DM me, bro, but I appreciate you guys for sure, man. We're going to make some things shake. Right here, this veteran token, right? After I'm done asking for money later on and when we have enough, we're doing these 5 valid entries to qualify for the refund, right? And where I'm going to find the funds, I don't know, guys. I guess I got to show somebody proof. But best believe, just like we did with Kendu, which, you know, talk is cheap, fam, right? If you guys say, well, Rico, you're talking a good game and you're talking great. And okay, fine. Okay, cool. How do you think that Kendu campaign happened? Huh? You just, what? Just, what? What? How? There you go. Let me thirst trap you guys really quick. Wait till I start taking pictures like this. Show you guys my rolls that are coming out. Oh my God, I love you guys so much. I love that we can have fun. And this is what's happening with Kendu. And I want to offer this up to all projects, and especially, you know, these projects that are getting listed on Just Shop Crypto. I like to see things that work. I like to make a plan, set the goals, and put them into action. That's what Just Shop Crypto has done. Another thing, just like XPX, everything I said I was going to do with XPX has been done. Everything I said I was going to do with, and the team was going to do with Just Shop Crypto has been done and will continue to be done. That's super important in the space. That's why we have such great investors. That's why our bags are going to keep growing, and our exposure to other communities are going to keep growing as well. Kendu right here. Check this out. I mean, this is how, fam, how? Awesome. Yo, that colorway with the hat with that green on the bottom hits hard. I'm not gonna, that colorway right there with that color green underneath on that thing, that hits hard. There's a pair of kicks dying to get put on to match that up right there. And this is looking really good right here. So Kendu Inu, solid community. And another one that's a solid community that you guys know, which is another project, you know, whether it's, you know, Kendu doing amazing things, or, you know, what we're doing with Veteran Token right now. This is going to keep growing for all of us, right? This is going to keep growing all of us, right? So This is what we got going on right now. The vet merch. We have a couple more projects that are queued up that I'm really excited. We're almost done with a release of a brand, and we got 2 projects queued up. So there's one that's about to be released. We're just waiting to put it onto the site. And then we got the next project. The TG's already ready. We're already in there. Payment has already been made. They got the best package for Just Shop Crypto. If you guys are interested in listening in Just Shop Crypto, come over here, click on the burger, go to list project, and get your projects listed. And yeah, we got a project that got our best package. We're gonna go all out for them. You guys are gonna see how much fun that's gonna be, and there's gonna be a whole nother marketing campaign around that. So you're gonna see how Just Shop Crypto is really gonna become like a household name in the space, as far as, you know, places to get your merch, and places for projects to get exposure to people from the BNB chain, or if you're on the BNB chain, to get exposure from people on the Ethereum chain, or people from the Ethereum chain getting exposure from the Solana chain. Just Shop Crypto is much more than just a crypto store, fam. It is a marketing machine. Yes, it is. I want you guys to come over here tomorrow as well. I'm going to share another link for you guys as we're pulling up on the 2-hour mark, man. Man, let's go, fam. What a solid stream. Let's go. Even with I love when the funsters think that we're going to stop it. It's like, that's gas, bro. That's the best thing you can do is ignore me. That's the best thing, because anything else will only add fuel to this thing. You'll just make the Hulk bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like, leave it alone. Just otherwise he'll keep growing even more. Just leave it be. He'll just keep getting greener and greener. Oh my God. So don't do that, fam. I want to show this over here. This is a sponsor space. $30 giveaway of XPX. Very generous from the Trolls Den. Shout out to Troll King, and shout out to AI Alpha right here. They are, man, this space is starting to grow. The Trolls Den is starting to become something really massive, and you guys can see by the names on here, and you guys can see by who's all going to be pulling up. So you got XPX, a special guest. Really, really appreciate you guys, you know, letting us hop on there, you know, making the things happen that we've been making happen behind the scenes. This is what we do. I got my broski Dabatola. I mean, if there's one guy, I love Dabatola. I love Scott. You know, I got to link up with him, and a lot of people can play these games on Web3, and they can pretend to be this person, and they can pretend to be that person. I got to hang out with Scott. I love that man. That guy is absolutely amazing. You know, a lot of you guys might not know, but, you know, I walked with a cane from a motorcycle accident, you know, some years ago, and Scott was absolutely amazing, because we went to the BTC conference, then we went to the Rare Evo event, and not like I need help, but you could just see that he was just a really kind friend. You know, he was like, hey, Rico, you sit in the front. We're ordering like a big lift for all of us, because we're jumping around from so many places, having fun, doing all these side missions. And he didn't have to be like that, you know, and he always was checking out to make sure that I was okay. And the last night we were out to like 3:30 in the morning, and we still have to go to the Rare Evo event the next day. I left the mansion and called my lift at 3:30 in the morning, and me and Scott and all of us linked back up at like 8 o'clock. It was crazy, but we got it done. And he's just a genuine guy. I mean, just you want to keep a guy like that really close. So if you guys ever see Scott anywhere, let him know I sent you guys that way. And if you guys don't even got to do that, just say what's up to him. He's a really great guy. Support everything that he does, because he really supports a lot of people in the space. And yeah, he's really great, man. He's really, really great. Shout out to Scott and everything he's doing. And shout out to Doodlegenics. They've been doing a lot of streams together. You know, go over there, pull up, let them know, hey, Rico, send us over here, because those are some solid chads in the space. You want to keep your circle like that, because otherwise, you'll have a bunch of ducks in your circle. So either you can have a bunch of eagles that can help you fly high, or you're gonna have you guys are gonna be walking around, doing quack stuff. No, this is where the winners are gonna be found. So mega space right here. I'm actually gonna share the actual link to the space. Pop right here. Let me grab this right here. Okay, share this link. Copy this link. Put this right here. Paste that right there. That is for all of us right there. Shout out to you guys, man. You guys are absolutely amazing. Shout out to the Trolls Den. Make sure you guys give them a follow. Give TK a follow as well. Super bullish, man, and always going to be bullish on this guy. I'm so glad, like I've been saying, if I could clone him, I would, because TK, there is no other TK in the space. And I'm really proud and happy to have him as a community leader, you know, to have him. And I trust him with a lot when it comes to XPX, and for many reasons, because TK has been TK with me day in and day out, you know, day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. That's when somebody's that consistent, that's who they are, right? That's who he is, and he's a great guy, and I like that he doesn't hold back. I don't have to hold back. You guys don't need me to sugarcoat stuff for you guys. I mean, we're a bunch of adults in here. The average people in crypto, they're over, we got some people in their 20s and stuff, but we're all super adults. We already probably been to hell and back. We already probably experienced life together, right? So this is a great guy in the space, a guy with an amazing heart, a good friend, kind to animals, and always doing something great for this community. And XPX has a really, really solid community, and TK is the community lead. So that says a lot about him, says a lot about what we got going on over here with XPX. I want to say thank you guys so much. This has been a wild stream. We've had some bullish people, some ducks and everything like that, and everything in between. But the markets are snapping back. We have Bitcoin back at 114. Ethereum back at 4,100, almost 4,200. BNB right back towards all-time high. XRP, $2.50. Solana almost back over $200. No need to take out your frustrations on other people. Go touch some grass, and if that's not working, go buy something that you can roll up and smoke the grass, because obviously touching the grass is not enough. The market snapped right back, okay? Keep your kumbaya, your zen, keep your energy clean, man. It's going to come back to you. The markets will come back. There's a bigger hand at play. All you have to do is trust the process. And the way that you can trust the process is by finding true conviction plays, finding real communities. Because I'm not going to lie to you, there's going to be times where you're like, am I right? Or what the, all that stuff is going to happen. And this is how you guys finding a great community can keep us grounded, because now we have a new metal. I survived the $20 billion wipeout without being bitter. I survived the $20 billion wipeout without deleting all my accounts. I survived the $20 billion wipeout, and my bag in XPX is exactly the same. Don't tell me that's not a gem. Only gems can withstand that much pressure. Okay, so that is a gem. Thank you for all you do in the XPX family, Troll Den, Feg family, and Smart DeFi community. We are all Rico. I love that so much, man. We are all Rico all my life, man. We love the haters. Just stay awake. I like that. All right, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, it was absolutely a lot of fun. Raw and uncut, just the nitty gritty of what's really going on in the market. There were some dips. We're right back, and our sentiment is good right now. So let's head to these Telegram groups. Let's go in there with some good spirits. It's Sunday. We can start Monday off the really, really great way, and just keep it moving, man. We really are doing it really good. We survived that. So thank you guys for pulling up. This was a fantastic stream. Much love and respect to all you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys can't do that, continue to come back and experience the abundance of money with me. It happens, fam. We're still here for a reason. Thank you guys so much.